What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. Happy New Year, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed the New Year celebration. First of all, thank you to everybody that stayed with us throughout last year from January to December. You guys were watching us live and direct. We so much appreciate you. You guys are wonderful. We are because you are. You are because we are. Yes, 2016 will be great. How about that media chat? Did you guys watch it? Very interesting, no? So now, for those of you that are complaining about lack of equal representation of women and young people, I'm not saying these people are old, I beg, don't go and misquote me. But you know, you guys don't have anything to worry about. I'm saying this because when I become your first lady, hey, yeah, so then go take. Hey, I will say for the media chat, give me 4 women and maybe 1 man. You can put 1 man so they won't say that we don't have men on the media chat. Ooh, snap! I can't wait to see how some men will react at that time. As a matter of fact, me, I wouldn't just have media chat. As your first lady, I will also have chat with the iyalojas, the market women, the bricklayers. These are the most important people in a society. As you guys know, the most important thing in a country is the price of gari and kulikuli, the price of gari and ekpa. Everything else, Nigeria. These people also have questions now. But while I'm fighting for women representation, it's also very important that the women that we would select to represent us will not disappoint mama. I'm saying this because my sweet mother in the Lord, Madam Ngozi, a great woman, very professional. No, I really enjoyed all your questions. This woman, she had some intelligent questions. I love all her questions. The only thing is that people are saying some things. Not me. I can never ever say anything bad, But some people were saying that some of your questions were really long, that you actually answer your own questions before you finish asking the question.
The issue of the IDPs, I have heard that they are coming back. They are going back to their origins. And when I heard that, I was a bit worried. This country is as strong as its weakest link, and they are our weakest link. Are they going back to exactly what they left, or are they going to continue to be like sitting dogs and they are going to keep picking them? Once you send them back there and these people move back, it's easy for them to move back.
Did I ask you to play anything?
Because they go back and they are there, they don't even understand what's going on. That's the very tragic irony. They use some of them and they willingly follow them.
I'm talking to look at you.
How do we really integrate them and they feel like they are part of us, even though they've gone back, and in their heads they understand what is going on and that they are part of the fight and that they can,
By the way, is that still the same question? How long was one question? You are doing this because it is a woman, enemy of progress. Don't worry, God knows the address of your house. You are very bad, because the day I will meet this woman now, she would think that I was making fun of her, and I'm not. I'm just trying to help. Anyway, all that I'm saying is that our women should be well equipped so that we perform well, so that men will not be able to say anything about us. Having said that, Madam Ngozi, you did really well. We are all very proud of you. So Mr. President said that he would do something about CBN banning ATM card usage abroad. I said,
Their parents paying in money, you can't use the cards abroad. Someone who has gone on some health issues
to make a statement on that.
I hope that he follows through. Mayoga, you have done well. This tells me they're hearing our voice at Asorok. You know, do well. I thought the best part of the media chat was when he said that he would use his power to prevent the senators from spending 4.7 billion naira of our money on exotic cars.
I think I will exploit that power, possibility of that power. I think I will have to have a close meeting with them. I hope they haven't bought them yet. But after that, then again they collect money for vehicle allowances.
Mayoga, yes, that is what I'm talking about. Guess what happened? You know that journalists have been trying to get the Senate President, Oga Saraki, to say something about this whole idea of buying fancy cars for senators. They've been asking him for weeks. The man has refused to comment. But as soon as Oga Buhari made that statement on the media chat, listen to what he wrote on Twitter. Not in my time will the Nigerian Senate spend 50 billion or 47 billion or 4.7 billion naira on cars for senators. Che! Somebody is trying to play with our minds. Oga Saraki, why are you trying to act as if you didn't even know about this issue? You just heard about it. You want to go and investigate? Who is buying the Mercedes-Benz S550 2016? Not be you? Not be you, Oga Saraki? Buy me. Beru Olorun ni. Beru Olorun. No, do titun lawa. So if Mr. President did not talk about using his power, you wouldn't have made any comment about this issue. There is God in everything that we are doing. The only thing is, I like to believe that Mr. President's statement and what Oga Saraki said will be the end of their thirst for all those luxurious cars. I'm waiting for the Senate President to go on Twitter and say, I no longer want to buy Mercedes-Benz 2016 S550. The moment you write that on Twitter, my Oga, problem solved. You know, do a Happy New Year. And then when it came to corruption, Mr. President was on fire.
If you see the type of atrocities those people committed, I'm very sorry to say this publicly, against the country. If, say, the former president just wrote to the governor of Central Bank and said, give 40 billion naira, 40 billion to so.
Of course, we all know that Oga do not did wonders. Unto say lot of work, Benny, do not say.
And then he fails to account it, and you give him bail, or you ask him to go and see his doctor in London. While you have 2 million people in IDPs, half of them, they don't even know their parents. Which kind of country do you want to run?
Lobato. So I've seen that so many people have been saying, oh, this is great. This is a serious president. The kind of president that we need in Nigeria. Yes. I mean, all that is good. But my only problem is, how do we really fight corruption if we don't have judges that will see the cases through? Today they arrest this big person, tomorrow they release them. How can we win the war against corruption in Nigeria without having a strong judicial system? You know, if the president doesn't ensure that we have the right judges and lawyers who can actually prosecute those who have looted our resources, they will just keep getting billed. An example is the Senate president. How far with his case? Is the man still not at the Senate, still doing business as usual? When common people steal a goat or a cell phone, within a week they would have completed their case in court. No be so, they would have sentenced them to jail. But when it comes to the real thieves who have stolen our future, these people are the reasons that we are facing hardship in our country, and thousands of people have been killed because of what they've done. Yet they get bailed because they have enough money to manipulate things. This is not fair. What is the point that you arrest them and then you set the bail at something that they can afford? And then they get bailed and then you go and arrest them again, they get bailed. And it's not just about getting bailed. Sometimes we don't even hear the end of the case. All I'm saying is we need to rehabilitate our judicial system. We need a change in the judicial system. Any case that they take on, they should see it through. There's no come tomorrow, it's been adjourned till October, whatever. Just finish this case within a month. Having said that, it's still important for the president to follow the constitution. If you say that you've bailed the man, you can't just go and arrest him again. You still have to follow the constitution. And then Mr. President talked about the leader of Vero Biafra, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu.
And the one we are calling Kanu, do you know he has 2 passports? One Nigerian, one British, and he came to this country without using any passport.
What? So how did he get in the country? Through the back door?
Do you know he brought an equipment into this country, a sophisticated equipment, and was broadcasting for Radio Biafra?
I see. Personally, I'm glad to hear that Mr. President is finally addressing this, because I don't like how the Nigerian government has been handling this issue. They need to be more transparent. And I don't think we need to wait for media chat to talk about these things. I'm about Asoro now, be carrying us along. So did the man say anything about Biafrans that feel like they're being marginalized?
They say they are marginalized, but they haven't defined the extent of marginalization. Who is marginalizing them? Where? Do you know?
You know? It's so funny because I've been asking the same question. What a coincidence. I've been asking myself the same question.
Who is the Minister of State for Petroleum? Is he not an Igbo? Who is the Governor of Central Bank? From Delta. Is he not an Igbo? Who is the Minister of Labor? Who is the Minister of Science and Technology? Who is the Junior Minister of Education?
Okay, I guess, now we've heard from Mr. President. You guys know that I cannot say anything about Biafra. Although that doesn't mean they won't call me a prostitute. You can look at the comments. They will still call me a prostitute. So the media chat was quite interesting until Mr. President hit me in the face. Bagada, I was not prepared.
We are looking for a credible Boko Haram leadership that will convince us that the girls are there and are alive.
What about our intelligence, both military and civil intelligence? Do they have any information?
Not credible information.
Hey, Mayoga. Hey, what? You need a credible Boko Haram leader.
We are looking for a credible Boko Haram leadership.
Did the man just just used credible and Boko Haram in the same sentence. Hey, no, you did not. No, you didn't. Yes, it is. Yes, he did. Hey, yes, he did. So you're waiting for Boko Haram to come and convince you that the Chibok girls are there with them and that they are alive. It's about 630 days now. No be so. How long more are we going to waiting for Boko Haram? And then he said that they are moving them around.
But what we believe from our intelligence, they kept shifting them around.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you are confusing me, my Oga. You just said you don't know if the girls are alive, but you know that they are moving them around. Are they moving dead bodies? Or, hey, this is very interesting. Seriously, I'm disappointed. I'm disheartened, upset, and frustrated with how the Nigerian government is handling this case of the Chibok girls. President Jonathan handled it like it was a joke. And now President Buhari is not convincing me that the case of these girls is a priority to him. Once again, my people, if this was Mr. President's daughter that was kidnapped a year and a half ago, hell no. By now, everybody would have lost their head. Are you kidding me? Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the fact that he doesn't know where the girls are and he's honest about it, but still that doesn't solve anything. So I don't know why Nigerians are celebrating that, oh, he's very honest. Yes, he's very honest. He doesn't know. But if you are a parent and your daughter was kidnapped a year and a half ago, since April of last year, and now your government is telling you they don't know if your daughter is alive or not, would you go on Twitter and say, wow, what an honest president? How does that help the fact that the girls are still out there? A normal parent will say, okay, you don't know where they are, but are you seriously looking for my daughter? Where have you searched? Where else do you need to search? How can I help? It would have been helpful if Mr. President said, this and this is what we've done so far, I'm not saying that he should reveal all the tactics or whatever they're doing, but at least take a minute and talk to the parents. This was a national media chat. Everybody was watching on their television. It's the end of the year. We want you to know we did not forget about your daughters. We're doing everything in our power. Like a father to parents that are hurting. Parents are still hurting. So finally, Mr. President challenged Nigerian media to do more of investigative journalism. I thought that was great. I said yes. He said the same thing when he came to New York as well. Wonderful. My guess is the man is hoping to see more hardcore news from Nigerian media, and I hope that this will be the case, okay? And wouldn't it be nice if the Nigerian senators can also think like that and say the same thing? Those enemies of progress trying to stop online media, trying to stop social media. Now God could punish every one of them. You guys know I don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Kenya. By now, you've all heard about the wonderful thing that happened when Al-Shabaab stopped a bus in Mandera. Let's take a look.
On Monday, more than 100 passengers were crammed on this bus, traveling to Mandera. Bullets ripped through the side of the bus in an ambush. A man on the bus told CNN there were 12 Christians on board. The gunman wanted to identify them and execute them.
But guess what happened? The Muslim passengers refused to cooperate with them.
Muslim passengers helped hide some of them on the bus, and they gave the Christian women headscarves before the gunman made them line up on the road. They stood strong, telling the gunman, quote, "If you want to kill us, then kill us. There are no Christians here."
Wow, isn't that amazing? And they knew that there were Christians on the bus. So, honestly, that really touched me because these Muslims also risked their lives. What if Al-Shabaab decided to kill all of them when they refused to identify the Christians? I so much appreciate what they did. I really appreciate it. And then guess what happened?
Al-Shabaab then fled.
Of course, Al-Shabaab fled. I'm telling you that there's so much power in unity. When we're united as a people, this proves to me that together we can overcome terrorism. We can overcome tribal issues. We just need to unite and see ourselves as one. Whether you're Christian or Muslim, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, whatever you are, we just need to see ourselves as one. So kudos to all the Muslims on that bus that day. You now do well. And thank you very much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And moving on to Ethiopia. Now, while everybody was trying to end the year on a good note and start a new year with great vibes, guess what the Ethiopian government did? They ended the year by arresting 2 journalists. Who does that? Who does that? Have these people not been watching my show or what? When Obama was coming to Ethiopia the other time, you were releasing journalists left and right. Now that Obama is gone, you just proved to the whole world that you are a bunch of hypocrites. Ethiopian government, yes. You guys know that I've been reporting how the government has has embarked on a plan to expand the capital city Addis Ababa. The only problem is their plan also includes displacing hundreds of thousands of farmers, hundreds of thousands of people. Where do you want them to go? And when these people protested, the police have been killing them in dozens. I read somewhere that they've killed at least 75 people for protesting. So the crime of these reporters is reporting not just about how they are trying to expand Addis Ababa, but about the fact that policemen have been killing people. The question becomes, who is sending these policemen to kill people? And when the government is looking away as if they don't know. December 19th, they detained Fikadu Makana, an anchor on an Oromia radio and TV, which of course is run by the state. Till now, no one knows where the man is being held. They just went to his house that Saturday morning and arrested this man. This is basically kidnapping because his family members till now don't know where they took him. They don't know if he's alive or not. What kind of government is that? And then on top of that, December 25, Christmas Day, these people, they have no fear of God. If you want to do evil, must you do it on Christmas Day? While people all over the world were celebrating Christmas, they went and arrested Getachew Shiferau, that is the editor-in-chief of Nigeria, Ethiopia. It's an online newspaper. I was shocked when I heard that an Ethiopian court granted permission to hold him for 28 days for interrogation. I was like, are you kidding me? A whole month. You arrested somebody and the court is saying you can keep him for a month for interrogation. Abba. They've not charged him with anything. You think that we don't know that this thing that you call interrogation, most times you use torture and you force people to confess to something that they did not do. Not be so? You think we don't know? And then the court said that, after the 1 month, he's likely to be charged under the nation's anti-terrorism law. See, that right there is my problem with the Ethiopian government. The moment you start to mix terrorism with journalism, tells me it's time to go back to school. You don't know the meaning of terrorism. Y'all need to come to Nigeria or go to Somalia. Yes, I can not only tell you, I will show you when you come to Nigeria. It looks to me like the real terrorist in this equation is the Ethiopian government. You're already hinting that you will probably charge him with anti-terrorism law. See, they already know what they would do before they arrested the man. You want us to focus on the economic development, and yes, they are doing a lot of good things, but you want us to focus on this economic development. Meanwhile, your citizens are not enjoying basic fundamental human rights, especially the right to receive and share information. And God forbid that these people should have a different opinion than the government does. Suddenly they become terrorists. Not only that, they recently released the Zone 9 bloggers, you remember? But now they are appealing the dismissal of terrorism charges against 5 of them. I'm like, these people are confused. So you release them for Obama to come. Now that Obama is gone, you are appealing the dismissal of their case because Obama is gone. Let the Ethiopian government get its act together in 2016. Enough of the killings, especially of protesters. Let there be freedom of press and freedom of expression. Anyway, you guys know that I don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave today, I'd like you guys to see a little bit of Botswana. One of my places to visit, and I have some friends in Botswana. I can't wait to visit. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.